What's good, guys? Before I start the video, I want to say photo channel. This is only camera channel. Fighting no good for Nikon community. This my friend, this D2H camera, good, very good camera. Vahagraphy say rock and roll. No fighting here. This is Christmas time, family and fighting no good. Everybody photo fight, record videos for community, and you community member, the viewer of this channel, please don't argue. This is just camera channel. This is nothing political. Nikon, Canon, Sony, I don't care. I just go take photograph. Right? It's our channel. We love you, and we had good time here, funny, learning lens, 200mm, 500, 600. Merry Christmas, very new year. Before I get started with the real video, I show you very good video, man. Stublu, rock and roll Stublu. Hello Stublu, how are you? Remember, Nikon, no fight. Okay, bye bye. Alright everyone, so I got the Z50 on with the kit lens. We're at an equivalent of 50mm. So what that means is I set up the lens at about 35mm. So we could be at around the same focal length, shooting full frame on the Z6. So we're shooting on the Z50, which is an APS-C camera, at 35mm again, which gives you an equivalent of about 50mm on the kit lens. So the maximum aperture is 5.3. while shooting it at around 35mm on APS-C kit lens. So we got the focus set on the front Christmas decoration, and we're going to be manually focusing. I got the ISO 800. Both cameras will be set to the same white balance temperature, which is 5000. Let's go ahead and focus to the camera. Manually focusing this. There's a focus on the camera. As you see, the Christmas tree is getting more in focus. Now let's focus to the back decoration behind the camera. And now let's focus to the Christmas tree itself. Let's bring it back to the background decoration. Let's bring it back to the camera. Oops, there it is. The trusted D2H. And let's bring it back to the foreground. For your information, I'm shooting 4K, 24 frames per second. We'll do the same test with the 50mm 1.2 lens. Same focal range, same lighting setup, same settings. Only different camera, different sensor, full frame, and APS-C, so you can compare the background blur in both. I mean, obviously what we'll do is we'll shoot it at 1.2 with the other test, but I'll also shoot it at f5 on the more expensive lens, so we could just compare the difference. Alright guys, so I have the Z6 on with the 50mm 1.2s, recording this clip at 1.2, and I have the focus set in that front Christmas decoration. Let's go ahead and shift the focus to the camera. And keep in mind, this is wide open at 1.2. You got the focus on the camera, the D2H. Let's go ahead and shift the focus to that back decoration. There you go. And let's go ahead and focus to the Christmas tree, all the way to the tree. There you go. You can see that the foreground is blurred. You can hardly make out what that is. but this is at 1.2. Let's bring it back to the middle decoration. The camera. And the foreground. As you can see, 1.2 is doing a great job blurring that background and just disintegrating it. Okay, so for fair comparison, let's dial down the aperture to f5. The kit lens at 35 millimeters, shooting it at about 5.3 aperture. That's the maximum you can open that kit lens up when shooting it at around 35 millimeters. And again, the reason why I'm shooting it at 35 millimeters is to be equivalent to 50 millimeters on an APS-C body. Since this is a full frame, you're at 35 on the other lens and you're at 5.3. So let's go ahead and dial the aperture down to 5. Let's go f5. All right, f5 on the 1.2 lens. Give it some more light here. Let's pump up our ISO just a little bit. So ISO 800, f5 on the 1.2S lens, just so you see the difference. The focus is on the front decoration. Let's go to the camera. Let's go to the middle ornament and the Christmas tree. Let's do one last test. Let's get up close to this Christmas tree. I have the cameras set to the same settings as last test, but now I'm shooting it in autofocus, small area AF. And basically I have VR or IBIS activated on the lens. Well, in this case, there's no IBIS on the Z50. I have it activated on the lens because this kit lens has image stabilization. So I'm hand holding this. I have the focus right on the ornament, as you see here. And at 5.3, 35 millimeter, which is 50 millimeter equivalent to full frame. Let's get up close. Let's see how close we can focus. It's pretty much all the way. Let me get closer. Oh, this thing does a good job close focusing, guys. The Z50 does a good job close focusing. Wow, I'm scared to even shoot this on a full frame with the 1.2, but let's give it a try. Why not? All right, guys, 1.2. Obviously, I had to play with the ISO and bring it all the way down because we were shooting at 800. Now I'm shooting it at 100 on the Z6. Big difference, right? At 1.2 here. I'm hand holding this and it's a bit heavy because of the heavy lens, but I have VR on, like I said. Hope you guys have a nice Christmas coming up. Obviously, you can do a much better job when you set it on a tripod and compose your shot. This is just a fun little test for you guys. Let's go closer. Let's go closer. That's probably it right there. This is the closest focus. Hey, what's good, guys? Vahagan here from Vahagraphy. If you like more photography, rockin' content like this one, go ahead and check out the videos on the screen and subscribe to this channel for more exclusive content.